Distinguished guests, if you're able, please stand. Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Dame Cindy Kettle, Governor-General of New Zealand.
Please be seated. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā iwi o ngā haue whā, tēnei aku mihi mahana ki o koutou. Nau mai, hara mai, ki te whare nei, te whare o te kāwana tianara, ki whanganui atara. Kia ora mai tātou katoa. Distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Government House Wellington for today's investiture ceremony. I'd like to start by acknowledging Tom Rutherford, our Member of Parliament, Mr Joe Harawira, our kaumātua, and Mrs Rānui Ngārimu, our puia. Tēnā koutou. Hosting investiture ceremonies is one of the most important duties that I perform on behalf of His Majesty the King of New Zealand. I'm delighted to bring together such an extraordinary group of New Zealanders. You have each brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa New Zealand through your outstanding achievements and your service to our communities. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I extend my sincerest thanks to you for your contributions. After each recipient is honoured, I invite you to join with me in congratulating them. Ms Catriona McLeod will now summon the recipients and read their citations.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. Harjinder Singh of Palmerston North for services to food science. Dr. Harjinder Singh has made outstanding contributions to food science. He has investigated structure-function relationships in food colloids, providing new insights into molecular interactions in food systems and how they alter following food processing. His prolific publications have ranked him as Oceania's #1 food scientist. He has translated his scientific findings to commerce, achieving significant industrial outcomes. With his team, he invented an encapsulation technology for omega-3 fatty acids, which allows the incorporation of fish oil into foods at high levels. His FerriPro technology brings affordable iron nutrition to the developing world and has been commercialized by the Nestlé-Ridet Institute Partnership, earning significant royalties for Massey University and the Ridet Institute, of which he is director. Mr. Singh contributed to development of functional milk protein products for Fonterra. Dr. Harjinder Singh, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mrs. Gail Spence of Napier, for services to language education. Gail Spence has held voluntary executive roles with the New Zealand Association of Language Teachers, NZ-ALT, since the 1980s, including time as president. She's currently project leader of the 50-year history of NZ-ALT. She contributed to NZ-ALT's journal, The New Zealand Language Teacher, and has presented papers at national and international language conferences. As the Ministry of Education's inaugural curriculum facilitator, Languages, she oversaw languages added as a new learning area in the New Zealand curriculum and commissioned pedagogical research into this new learning area. She wrote Learning Languages, a Guide for New Zealand Schools. Mrs. Spence worked with NZQA, publishing companies and education providers on more than 60 contracts to support learning languages for international languages, Te Reo Māori and Pacific languages. Mrs. Gail Spence, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Darrell Bishop of Orewa, for services to mental health. Darrell Bishop has made a significant contribution to mental health and addiction change. He was the Ministry of Health National Programme Manager for the Like Minds, Like Mine programme, which countered the prejudice and discrimination associated with mental distress. He has served in volunteer roles with the Canadian Mental Health Commission, the Newfoundland and Labrador governments, and Metalympians, an Australian mental health organisation. In New Zealand, he established Take It From Us, a radio program for the voice of lived experience. Mr. Bishop developed the first youth transition service in New Zealand and established Ka Awatea, which supports young people in their transition from state care to adulthood. Mr. Darrell Bishop, please come forward. Mrs. Sue Ellie of Christchurch for services to education. Sue Ellie was assistant principal of Hornby High School, where she was instrumental in incorporating Year 7 and 8 students into the school after the Canterbury earthquakes. As principal of Putahi Belfast School, she led the change to a split-site school across 2 campuses, which has seen positive engagement by students and a reduction in behavioural incidents. She has been a member of the Belfast Community Network Board, a community development organisation. She has been on the board of START, an organisation for those affected by sexual violence. Earlier in her career, Mrs. Ellie was primary programme leader at the New Zealand Graduate School of Education. Mrs. Sue Ellie, please come forward. Mrs. Leslie Huckins of Christchurch for services to swimming. Leslie Huckins has been a swimming teacher, coach, club committee member and technical official. She was the first New Zealand female FINA, now known as World Aquatics, referee. While president of Swimming New Zealand, she has spearheaded a period of change within the sport. She's represented New Zealand at the FINA and World Aquatics World Championships, Oceania Championships, Pacific Games and World Masters Games. She has officiated at 3 Olympic Games. While living in Papua New Guinea, she was instrumental in the national swimming team's success at the South Pacific Games. Mrs. Huckins is a member of the World Aquatics Technical Swimming Committee. Mrs. Leslie Huckins, please come forward. Reverend David Major of Levin for services to the community and the state. Reverend David Major has led the inter-party parliamentary weekly prayer meetings and breakfast for members of parliament for 20 years. He has supported members from all parties at times of stress and difficulty. He was National Director of the Prison Chaplaincy Service of Aotearoa, New Zealand, and a member of the Alcohol Regulatory and Licensing Authority and the New Zealand Parole Board. He has been a Wellington City Councillor and is a recognised member of Rotary International. He has served with the Salvation Army in Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Russia and Belarus. In Belarus, Reverend Major established the Veterans of Chernobyl group to care for victims of the nuclear disaster. Reverend David Major, please come forward. Ms. Annie Schoon of Palmerston North for services to softball and the Pacific community. Annie Schoon has been a coach, manager, selector and chief scorer for softball tournaments across local and national levels. As a paraplegic, she has competed in shot put, javelin, discus and table tennis and holds national records and a world record. She was a board member and operations manager of the Papaoea Pacifica Community Trust, PPCT. She chairs language and cultural workshops for Cook Islands Language Week. She's a former member of Manawatu Whanganui Women's Pacifica and continues to provide a supportive environment in her home for women in need. Ms. Schoon works with the Ministry for Pacific Peoples on community activities. Ms. Annie Schoon, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the King's Service Medal, Ms. Heather Baldwin of Wellington for services to the community. Heather Baldwin has held voluntary positions in many Karori community organisations. She was instrumental in the establishment of the Karori Kindergarten and was Karori Plunkett creche licensee. She served 3 terms on the Board of Trustees for Karori Normal School, including as chair. She chairs the Karori Community Centre Board, the Community Hall Trust, and Business Association, and is a member of the Marsden and Chelsea Daycare Trusts. Ms. Baldwin has served on the Karori Brooklyn Community Charitable Trust and the Campbell Kindergarten and Waterside Karori AFC committees. Ms. Heather Baldwin, please come forward. Mr. Clem Mellish of Havelock for services to Māori art and music. Clem Mellish, Ngāpuhi, is an expert stone carver specialising in the creation of taonga puoro, Māori traditional instruments. He was one of the founding members of the group Haumanu, working to revive Maori culture, particularly music. He worked with the group to research and share oral histories and to host a series of wānanga at Onetahua Marae in Golden Bay. Mr. Mellish's works are exhibited in various establishments nationally and internationally, including a nephrite pendant on display at the British Museum, London, and his karanga weka, a small stone nuru-like instrument at Te Papa Tongarewa. Mr. Clem Mellish, please come forward. Mrs. Nikki Rawlings of Napier for services to victim support. Mrs. Nikki Rawlings became a volunteer support worker with victim support in 1989. She undertook crisis worker training in conjunction with the New Zealand Police, going on to become a team leader. She is chairperson of Victim Support Hawke's Bay, having orchestrated its creation through merging the Napier, Hastings and Central Hawke's Bay committees. She is a board member of the New Zealand Council for Victim Support. She supports recognised seasonal employer RSE workers as the national RSE manager for turners and growers. Mrs. Rawlings applied her victim support skill set to support RSE workers following the impacts of Cyclone Gabrielle. Mrs. Nikki Rawlings, please come forward. Miss Marilyn Withers of Lower Hutt for services to youth and the Baptist movement. Marilyn Withers became a community youth worker in the Wellington South Baptist Church in 1979. She joined Baptist Youth Ministries National, eventually becoming youth director for the Lower North Island. She was national youth director and president of the Baptist Union of New Zealand. She has encouraged pastors and faith group leaders into difficult areas of youth ministry, including where family violence and youth suicide have been prominent. Ms. Withers has organised hundreds of camps, including the inaugural Extent Camp, an annual youth leadership training camp for older teenagers, which she ran for many years. Miss Marilyn Withers, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture has concluded.
New Zealand's honours system is the highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces those things that make our society better: service, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To all our recipients today, it has been a privilege to hear your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of fellow New Zealanders. In your own way, you have all exemplified the sentiments of Te Puia Heurangi when she said, "Mōhi o te mahi he painga mō te iwi." Do the work for the benefit of the people. Please wear your insignia with pride at every opportunity, knowing that you inspire others by your example. On behalf of the King of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements, and I thank you once again for your service to our country. Kia ora, hohi mai I tēnei rā. Now you will see on the back of your program the words to the national anthem in te reo and in English. I now invite you to stand and join with me in singing these.